Episode 4 of Secret Invasion is now streaming on disneyplus. Me and Dom are going to tell you what we think. Stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome back to Fly By Night Reviews. I'm your host, Kiren.
Dom.
Today, me and Dom are going to review Episode 4 of Secret Invasion. This was a good episode. I really like this one.
It had kind of that Sam Jackson chewing the scenery like in Episode 2. Had a lot more action than Episode 2 also, but yeah.
Yeah, definitely he kind of pulled some Pulp Fiction-esque conversation going, especially with him and Rhodey. But the beginning of the episode, okay, before we say anything, spoilers. We're just going to straight up...
Spoilers for the last episode and this episode.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it looks like Gaia survived.
They showed a little flashback with her giving herself the Extremis, which was from Iron Man 3. And so she heals right back up.
Yeah, so that was kind of, they sort of explained that pretty quickly.
Which a lot of people, I think, kind of figured was going to happen.
Yeah, I think, especially her character's kind of new, and I doubt they were just going to, kill her off. And you also get to see a little bit of Nick Fury and his wife. Sort of, Nick Fury finds out his wife was kind of plotting to kill him, or at least...
plotting against him, yeah.
Yeah, and, had a change of heart, but... I asked Dom while we were watching the episode, and did he always know she was a Skrull, or was it something that he just found out?
Because when the first episode, and they kind of did a flashback to, I think it was 96 or 97, and when Gravik lands on Earth, she's the one that introduces him to Fury.
Okay.
Yeah.
But is that before she takes...
that face? No, she takes that face in 98. The 98 flashback.
But did he know that?
Yes.
Okay, all right. See, that I was kind of thrown off because it seemed like he was just finding it out. But
right.
I'm kind of dumb sometimes, I guess. But yeah, this it was definitely a more of a... I mean, there was action in this episode for sure, but there was definitely some mellow moments too. It almost felt like kind of just like a drama.
Yeah. It's definitely like going to espionage kind of spy thriller thing, which I'm enjoying.
Yeah, definitely the
even if a lot of people aren't watching the show.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's I think Marvel in general is just is going through a phase where people are not as excited as they were.
I think they're expecting after the epicness of Infinity War and Endgame, it's like nothing has been that scale, and people are expecting that scale. And
there was a lot of content. People can only take so much before they kind of get bored of it, and
or just too much for them to keep track of.
But the conversation between Nick Fury and Rhodey. They're drinking a bottle of whiskey, and...
very expensive whiskey.
Yeah, very expensive whiskey, and Rhodey mentioned something about, is this like poison, or
right.
if it's like, some kind of tracing thing, and sure enough, he convinces Rhodey to drink the whiskey, and of course has nanotech within the liquid, so we're able to track Rhodey down, which in this episode, I think Gravik is planning to kill the president and frame it on
the Russians.
And that was kind of pretty much the only action scene in this episode
But that was an impressive action scene.
Yeah, it was pretty good. So a lot of there was basically president got off the airplane and they were kind of on a convoy, and then they get sort of
gets
attacked by Gravik, posed as Russians. And then you get a pretty cool shootout scene, and then, of course, Talos gets shot and kind of starts to reveal himself as a Skrull, and I guess a lot of people around didn't know he was a Skrull. And,
right, and so,
and Nick's like, hey, he's with me, he's good and everything, and of course, Gravik ends up shooting him and kills him.
Yeah, stabs him in the heart.
Yeah, stabs him in the heart, and, people would come back from the dead on these shows. So
yeah, there's that. But at the same time, I felt like, okay, this one's probably gonna stick.
Yeah,
it had the vibe that this one's gonna stick.
Yeah, I
could be wrong
too, but
yeah.
it is. We are living in a multiverse Marvel, so I'm sure he'll come back in some way or the other. Whether it's going to be kind of like in, flashbacks or what.
And if it's anything like comic books, people die all the time in comic books and come back.
but yeah. Well, that's it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed that. As always, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe below. Let us know what you think of today's episode of Secret Invasion.
Are you watching it? Are you going to wait for the whole series to drop? Or it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, we got 2 more episodes, so I honestly think it's going to end on a high note. But anyway, it was good talking to you, and we will catch you next time.
Peace.